Welcome to another edition of the Recruit Scoop. I'm Jarret Johnson, and man, was it a crazy week for Texas Tech football recruiting, as the Red Raiders picked up 3 commits for the 2023 class, but also lost 2 highly rated recruits to decommits. They flipped. So I decided I was actually out of town on vacation this week. I've been planning for a long time. There's never a good time to take vacation in the college football world anymore. Seems like there's almost always something going on, but I wasn't here for the day-to-day commits and decommits in Lubbock. I did jump on here and there and talk a little bit, but try to get away with the fam a little bit before football season ramps up again. Got Big 12 Media Day coming up later this month, just in a couple of weeks, so I'll be at that and have some reports from that. But I thought I'd just wrap a bow on the week that was in Red Raider football recruiting. It's pretty crazy. So let's start with the positive. Let's start with the commits. On Monday, Texas Tech picked up a commit from Marquez Stevenson, or Macho Stevenson. He's an athlete out of Shreveport, 6 foot, 180 pounds. This is listed at 170 pounds, but I believe it's 180 pounds is what he's at now. He, like I said, he plays a little bit of everything for his high school team, but Tech likes him as a linebacker. He has really, nice track speeds. So it's another one of those athletes that can play in multiple positions, but Texas Tech has a good idea of where they'd like him to play. He came on a visit in June and to Texas Tech, an official visit, and obviously it went well, and he's a Red Raider. So he's a 3-star commit, 24/7 Sports Composite, top 30 player out of Louisiana, which is nice. A lot of talent in Louisiana, as I think most of y'all watching know. And then on Tuesday, the next day, Braylon Rigsby, a 6'2", almost 290-pound defensive lineman out of Woodville, Texas. He committed to the Red Raiders. He's rated, he's a 3-star, according to the 24/7 Sports Composite, rated as the number 79 defensive lineman in the country and the number 122 overall player in Texas. So another defensive lineman for this commitment class. The Red Raiders have done just an excellent job, this coaching staff, of adding numbers and, I believe, talent, possible future studs in the trenches on both sides of the ball. So it's pretty impressive to add another defensive lineman, to this commitment class. Oh, speaking of both sides of the ball in the trenches, Nick Fatigue, 6'4", 200. I've seen anywhere from 275 to 280. He's got the frame to add to that, and of course, around 300 is probably where he'll need to be at the Power 5 level to play for Texas Tech. But what's interesting about Nick is, so he was offered, I believe, in May. Talked to him. Really likes the coaching staff. Came out on an official visit on, I believe, the weekend of June 17th. Told me he had a great time. Really enjoyed going to head coach Joey McGuire's house. Doing a lot of things, hanging out with all the other recruits that were in town and the coaching staff. He even mentioned playing basketball. Here's another good athlete who also has some serious power, as he won just recently this summer, won a national powerlifting championship. So, and Gabe Brooks has a really good breakdown analysis of him having good feet, but that's somewhere he can improve in terms of the pass rusher, and then he projects as an interior offensive lineman. He's another 3-star commit. He's a top, I believe he was rated as the number 78 overall, regardless of position, recruit in Texas for the 2023 class by 24/7 Sports. So that's nice. You get a bunch of top 100 in Texas recruits, especially in the trenches, and you're going to turn some things around for your football team. Now, with the good, there's bad. There were some big decommitments, highly rated guys, and I want to start off with, first off, I believe on Monday, L.J. Martin, 3-star, 4-star, depending on what recruiting ranking service you look at, but a very good player. Kind of an all-purpose back, but could also run between the tackles. He had been committed to Tech. He flipped to Stanford. So I think most of us saw that coming after Stanford offered that could happen. Martin from the El Paso area. So yeah, it's West Texas. You hate to lose, a highly prized recruit from West Texas. And also, I know Coach McGuire liked and likes Martin as a prospect, as a recruit, and that he wants 2 running backs. He really does. So I wouldn't be surprised if they add another running back commit, as they only have 1 committed for the 2023 class right now. But I don't think they're going to reach. They want to find somebody they really like. So that'll be interesting to follow as this recruiting cycle continues. And then this was kind of like an ongoing saga, and it has been really. I said months ago when asked when he started blowing up if I thought Calvin Simpson Hunt, the 4-star cornerback out of Waxahachie, would stick with Texas Tech, and I said probably not. And when you start getting offers from Ohio State, who he eventually flipped to, Alabama and such, it's just tough to hold on to recruits in that scenario. And Steve Wolfong, one of our, he's our director of recruiting. He actually wears many hats for us at 24/7 Sports, does a great job. He's really plugged in with recruiting and college football in general across the country, and certainly at Texas Tech. He had a good story earlier this week about how, Simpson Hunt called Joey McGuire and the staff to tell them that he was flipping to Ohio State, but then they were able to kind of talk him out of it. And it looked like he might stick with Texas Tech, but then in the end, he did flip to Ohio State, and that's a loss. I mean, it is. Anytime you lose a top 30 Texas recruit, top 175 national recruit, it's tough if you're Texas Tech. But that's just part of it. I mean, I remember when Tech offered, they were the first to offer. I actually had to create his 24/7 Sports recruiting profile. So, I mean, this staff is doing a great job of digging up diamonds and finding talent out there. They're going to be one of the first ones on guys, especially in Texas. But, this is when you're playing in these big boy circles, you're going to have things like this happen. I knew they'd lose at least a couple commits this cycle, and bam, in the same week, they lose a couple of big ones. But, hey, they're up to 22 commits. June has come and gone, big official visit month and big commitment month. And though Texas Tech has dipped, fallen out of the top 10, they're still holding pretty tight at I believe 11th right now nationally, which is great for Texas Tech. I still expect them to finish kind of in the 25th range nationally. I do think they're going to sign over 25 guys. They're looking at DB obviously now. I think they're probably good at linebacker. Another defensive lineman, maybe another offensive lineman. Maybe fatigue kind of settles that. We'll have to see about that. Another running back and another receiver. So, and then I think there might be a spot available for best available, just somebody they really like. So, still a lot of recruiting to happen. They got to hold on to some of these highly rated guys they already have committed. And it's going to be interesting to see over the next, 5 months, early signing period in December, and then on to the regular signing period in February, just how this class unfolds. But I expect it to be a very good one, a foundation building recruiting class. And overall, despite some of the decommits and disappointments, Texas Tech and this coaching staff is still just knocking it out of the park on the recruiting trail. So with that, I want to thank you for watching, and until next time.